Hello, good evening, and excuse me, I'll try again. Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. Wow, that was a bit of a stutter of a start, but hi everyone, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We're here with the Megane Trophy, round one at Autopolis Short. This is a support race to the Super Formulas we'll be having a little later, but it's its own race in its own right. Wow, we're getting asked if we're ready already. My word, I better put an R down. Better slap an R down. It's like they were waiting for me to show up. So a quick information about this one. That's right, Cthulhu's asking for a couple of minutes. So we're racing for 15 minutes the Megane Trophy 2011s, the Renaults, and they will be fuel depletion. The fuel is on ×3 and the tyres are on ×4. We're at Autopolis Short for 1.8. It's a 1.877 mile length track. And it's got 12 turns. The race length is 15 minutes, and they'll be racing on racing softs only. The grid should be, I don't know if everyone's in, Shadow Rider on pole, Jim in second, Noxie in third, Alexis Maximus in fourth, Guesty in fifth, Homesick Alien in sixth, Digital Blasphemy seventh, Shiren 8th, Skyjacker 9th, Talleyrand 10th, Racer Brown in 11th, Cthulhu 12th, Ruben in 13th. No, is that it for the Meganes? I thought it was going to be a reverse, but yeah. Ruben in 13th, Turtle in 14th, and JTX in 15th. Let's have a look at the cars before we commence the race. Anything I need to know? So here we go. We've got Homesick out there in his Megane. He's a Leyland. Guesty in the Mild 7 Megane. Very Renault-y colours. Digital Blasphemy in the Mercedes colours of his Super Formula team, and the race is just about to start, so there's no messing around. It's a very lively car there from Cthulhu. It looks nice, I like it. Turtle, oh, there you go, we're off. In the chat we've got Skyjacker saying whoop whoop, it's Super Formula. Skyjacker also saying, well, Megane's first. Racer Brown saying hello everyone, and the one and only thingamajig. And Rido saying, why, hello there. So there you go, that's the grid. 11 guys on track, ready to do battle on the racing softs in their Meganes. And, well, let's see if the Renaults can even get off the line. I mean, we know what French cars are like. But Jim sitting on pole, waiting for the green lights. It's go, go, go here for a great 15-minute race around Autopolis Short. And Jim coming across the track to prove his dominance and hold that first place in a Honda sponsored. Well, I think a few of them have gone with like the same sponsors as their Super Formula cars, as this is a Super Formula support race, but we're streaming it as its own championship. And so far Jim's doing a cracking job out there, holding off Alexis and Maximus, with Guesty in third, Digital Blasphemy in fourth, ahead of Homesick Alien, who's in fifth. Shiren is sixth. He's going for a move on. Homesick Alien up the inside. Can he maintain it? No, Homesick Alien seems to have done the business around the outside, and he's maintained that fifth place with Shiren in sixth. Skyjacker very close in seventh. And I like it. I like he's got the VRC livery, but in lime green, kiwi green. I don't know. And there is Talleyrand in the usual orange VRC colours. Then we've got Racer Brown sporting a lovely red Ferrari style livery. Cthulhu in 10th and Turtle in 11th place in his Team 13 colours, is it? Not sure, but Jim pulling away now. 1.2 seconds on Guesty. Guesty's moved up. Alexis Maximus dropping down a position. So, Guesty on the move, and Sharen's around on the dirt. And he's lost a place to Skyjacker now. Skyjacker moving on up a position there ahead of the Russian sensation. Sharen dropping down in the Meganes as they make their way around. We're on lap 2 at the moment, and Jim is pulling away. Beautiful stuff from Jim here in his Renault Megane. Guesty in second, only half a second ahead of Alexis and Maximus. Then we have Digital Blasphemy being closely followed by Homesick Alien. If we're on board with Homesick, we should see all of them up ahead, and in our rear view mirror we can see Skyjacker battling with Jaren, and there they go, heavy braking into the, it's not quite final corner, but it's the final proper corner, and then there's just a little flick to the left to get on the start straight. And it looks like Homesick Aliens lost a position to Skyjacker. They're side by side heading down towards the first corner. Sharen trying to get a toe off one or the other. Jim, though, at the moment, 1.5 seconds ahead of Guesty. Guesty starting to push. There we got Digital Blasphemy in third, but he's put a wheel off. And is that going to cost him? He's got himself ahead of Alexis Maximus, in fact, in all fairness. So, we've got Alexis Maximus having a look. He's tucked back in again with Sharen. Sharen now up into 5th. Something happened between Skyjacker and Homesick Alien and gave Sharen the opportunity to get through up into 5th. So Homesick Alien now in a tussle with Talleyrand and Racer Brown. Racer Brown going side by side around one of the corners, and Racer Brown just putting a wheel off onto the dirt, but it hasn't done him any problems whatsoever because he's just gained the position from Talleyrand, who's now in 9th, and Turtle has dropped back a little bit, 1.5 seconds behind them. Awesome stuff. Let's go back to the front there. Jim's only 3/10 now ahead of Guesty. Guesty will be hoping to grab a toe down the start straight. Digital Blasphemy still maintaining that third, and Alexis Maximus had a wiggle on there, and it's given the opportunity for Sharen and Homesick to get through. Homesick just edging it to Sharen as they head down to the first corner. There's a lot of cars there. Looks virtually 3 wide going into the first corner. Racer Brown as well, slipping up the inside of Sharen as Alexis Maximus trying to get by, but Sharen's got that inside line, and Jim's still maintaining the lead though by 3/10 from Guesty. Guesty giving it some big welly there in his Megane, trying to find a way past the Jim with a Digital Blasphemy holding off Skyjacker. Skyjacker on the move. He's on a right streak of form at the moment, and he's looking good to possibly get a podium. He looks faster than Digital Blasphemy at the moment. Jim still maintaining that lead though from Guesty, but Guesty's all over him. Guesty getting the fastest lap so far in the race. He's put his car right out there wide to go sweeping into this tight corner to try and get a move on Jim. Jim defending like a god, with Digital Blasphemy in third ahead of Skyjacker. Homesick Alien has got Racer Brown on his case now. Racer Brown's just taken the fastest lap of the race, and as they come into the first corner, Jim, he stayed defensive, stayed on the inside to try and stop Guesty getting the move done, and he's done the job. So Jim leading from Guesty for the lead of this race. Then we have Skyjacker. Skyjacker's got the move done on Digital Blasphemy. We didn't see it, but Skyjacker on the move. He's got the podium. We did say he looked a bit faster than Digital Blasphemy. Digital Blasphemy trying to maintain from Homesick Alien and Racer Brown. Racer Brown, the fastest man out there at the moment. Sharen. Oh, we've lost Talleyrand. Talleyrand's dropped to the back of the field. And I don't know, I think we've lost some. Oh, we've lost Cthulhu, I think, because we had 11 to start with, and there seems to be no Cthulhu anymore. But there is a Jim just ahead of Guesty. Guesty is really making a battle for this one. We are down to 9 minutes left of this racing, 6 minutes through, and it's non-stop action. Skyjacker's nearly 2 seconds behind the leaders, with Digital Blasphemy nearly 2 seconds behind Skyjacker. He's only a second ahead of Shiren in 5th, with Alexis Maximus at 1.3 seconds behind Shiren, and Homesick Alien, he's just edged away from Racer Brown. Racer Brown must have lost a bit of time in that lap. He did, a 16.3, with Homesick Alien doing an 18.0, so they must have had a bit of a coming together possibly. Talleyrand has got himself ahead of Turtle. Turtle doing a 19.2 that last time. These Meganes do not look easy to drive out there, and Jim's pulled away a great deal now from Skyjacker. Oh no, we've lost Guesty altogether, my word. So what happened to Guesty? Let's have a look. Oh, he's already down in 5th. We missed it, sorry guys. So Guesty dropping down into 5th. That's put Skyjacker up into 2nd, closing that gap 1.5 seconds behind Jim, with Digital Blasphemy back up into 3rd place. Shiren is in 4th, with Guesty down into 5th. Alexis Maximus in 6th. Homesick Alien down in 7th, ahead of a Racer Brown. And Talleyrand, 4.5 seconds just over behind those guys. And battles all up and down the field, but Jim at the moment showing dominance in this championship, leading by 1.4 seconds from Skyjacker. He did a 13.3 his last time around. Skyjacker doing a 12.6. Digital Blasphemy doing a 13.1, with Shiren doing a 13.0. So Shiren slowly edging towards Digital Blasphemy. He's getting purples as he goes around, and Guesty is keeping him in sights there. Guesty closing in the twisty part of the track, keeping a close eye on that inside door, and it looks like Shiren had a little slide on there, and that's all Guesty needs. Guesty doesn't need much more of an invitation, and he's trying to get up, but now Shiren's got the inside line, and he maintains that 4th place for the moment. But Guesty, a massive threat to Shiren there. Then we've got Homesick Alien behind Alexis Maximus, and a Racer Brown behind those guys. But Jim at the moment 1.2 seconds ahead of Skyjacker, doing a cracking job with 6.5 minutes left of this race. The time is flying by. Further down, I thought we saw some movement. Guesty and Shiren still in their battle. Guesty's gone for that wide outside line. Shiren trying to be defensive, and he's kept hold of it in his Haas liveried Megane, and the mild 7 Renault is looking ready to pounce. But Shiren doing a great defensive job against Guesty, keeping it on the inside of those apexes, and is really frustrating Guesty at the moment. So Jim leading by less than a second now. Skyjacker slowly chipping away at the time to try and get a move done, but we've only got 5.5 minutes left of this race. Digital Blasphemy looking solid for a podium at the moment. Shiren having to defend from Guesty, and Guesty giving it his all out there, trying to find a way past. He's got the inside line. Oh, it looked like Shiren slid a little bit, but the door wasn't open enough, and Guesty just gives him a little friendly knock through the corner. And Alexis and Maximus, he's having to defend from Homesick Alien, but Homesick Alien looks like he's going for the move. And Shiren really defensive. He's really come over to that side of the track, comes back out again to get the race in line. Guesty, let's go on board with Guesty, because this is some beautiful racing we've got here. Homesick Alien and Racer Brown have both got past Alexis and Maximus. He's there still, right on their tail, but Homesick Alien up to 6th now with Racer Brown. Let's get on board with Alexis as he chases these guys down. He was ahead of them at the beginning of the lap, and they both managed to get past him, and he's trying to hunt them down. So far Jim leading from Skyjacker. Digital Blasphemy in 3rd. Talleyrand, he's getting closer to these guys, 3.5 seconds behind, and Turtle is in 10th. Up in the lead though, and there's Skyjacker. Let's get on board with Skyjacker as we cross the line with 4 minutes to go. In the chat, Muddy saying Guesty is looking dangerous. A fantastic drive in. Darren saying reserves or what, Mr. Majiggy? I don't know. That's Talleyrand's business, I'm afraid. It does look like, I think Salvo Ruben hasn't shown up. He's on holiday or something. So there should be space. And Darren saying, good racing, boys. So, yeah, it's not down for me to say, but I'd enter the room. I know Ruben's definitely not coming. So Jim leading from Skyjacker. Digital Blasphemy's closed up on those guys now. It's going to be a three-way battle for the lead with 3 minutes to go. Sharon still defending from Guesty. Guesty giving it his all. Alexis Maximus got himself back ahead of Racer Brown and Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien now behind Racer Brown, and Talleyrand is only 7 tenths behind him as they try going side by side up the god-awful corner. I don't know what it's called, but I don't like it. As they head to the tight final corner. Well, it's not the final corner, but it's only that flick to the right. Jim's still there, though, ahead of Skyjacker. Skyjacker trying to get the toe. Skyjacker's pulled out of the toe. Jim's cutting his corner down a little bit, and Skyjacker's gone for the move, and Skyjacker's taken the lead. Skyjacker now taking the lead from Jim. Jim trying to defend. He's cut his angle of the corner off, and that gave Skyjacker the opportunity to get the leap on Jim. And Jim now, he's going to have to defend from Digital Blasphemy, but Digital Blasphemy, he's having a look as well. There's a little bit of wheel bashing between the two. Jim trying to maintain, but now Digital Blasphemy's got the inside line, and it looks like Digital Blasphemy is up into second place. Jim is using his tyres up a little bit more. Well, Digital Blasphemy's tyres are looking absolutely pristine, where Jim's are looking a bit tired. There is Guesty, though. Guesty has got himself past Sharon. Alexis Maximus trying to defend from Racer Brown. Racer Brown having a look up the inside of the Spaniard. Possibly, no, because he's going to leave himself open to Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien's going to try and nip it up the both of them. Up the inside in the tight corner. Can he do it? Oh, my word. Poor old Alexis Maximus was in a wedge there between the Alien and Racer Brown. And Talleyrand is there sniping from the rear to try and find a position out of the two of those two. And my word, we've got racing up and down the field. It's tough to catch it all. But Skyjacker leads with only 1 minute to go. I think they might get another lap after this one, with Skyjacker under pressure from Digital Blasphemy now. Digital Blasphemy's tyres looking a lot tidier than Skyjacker's. He's got a lot more grip in that car 22, and he's starting to turn the pressure up on Skyjacker in that monster green VRC car. Jim maintaining that podium. He's 5 seconds nearly, well, 4.5 seconds ahead of Guesty. Sharon struggling. His tyres are starting to look a little bit worn, with Racer Brown right up his chuff, trying to find a way past. Homesick Alien in 7th. And his tyres looking more worn than Racer Brown's, but Racer Brown's looking around the outside of the Haas car. The Ferrari livery versus the Haas. He's looking like he's going to do it around the outside. No, it just looks like Sharon has just seen him off there for 5th place. Oh no, Digital Blasphemy's made the move on Skyjacker. He must have got the toe. And now Digital Blasphemy and Skyjacker going into the first corner side by side. Skyjacker just slightly ahead of Digital Blasphemy. What a battle we're having here for the final lap. And that's it, the final lap marker has come up. They're all going around, so they're all going to finish on the first on the same lap as each other, and Skyjacker has got to do a lot to keep Digital Blasphemy behind him. Digital Blasphemy's tyres looking absolutely neato. Jim doing a cracking job there for the podium position. He's 3.5 seconds ahead of Guesty. Guesty's pulled away from Sharon, and there's a whole heap of cars battling down here for 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th, with Racer Brown following Sharon, with Homesick Alien just behind Racer Brown and Talleyrand just behind those guys. It's a real battle there. Skyjacker still maintaining as they come around the final corner, and will Digital Blasphemy try and get the toe on him? It looks like this one's Skyjacker. Skyjacker takes the win. Digital Blasphemy in 2nd. Jim grabs a podium. Take a boo, my son. Guesty gets 4th, with Sharon coming home in 5th, just from Racer Brown. Talleyrand in 7th. Homesick Alien in 8th place. Alexis Maximus finishing in 9th, and Turtle Racing in 10th. And Cthulhu didn't quite get to the end. No trophy. He drove the trophy, but he doesn't get a trophy, just gets a reef. Does Skyjacker there on the top step of the podium. I'll take you quickly to the race results. And there you have it. Skyjacker takes the win with a very close battle between himself and Digital Blasphemy. Jim grabbing that final podium position. Awesome stuff from Jim. Then Guesty in 4th. Guesty was up there. He was battling, but we didn't see it off screen. But he dropped down behind Shiren, but managed to nail Shiren at some point. Shiren brought it home in 5th. Racer Brown having a tough old battle with Homesick Alien Shiren. And then Talleyrand got 6th in the end. Talleyrand just pipped Homesick Alien, it seems. Homesick Alien to finish in 7th. Homesick Alien of lap 1. So, Race Megane Trophy, round 1. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hang around, though, because in just over 10 minutes, we'll be back with the Super Formula round 1. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Fred Obar. Thank you for watching. Peace and love. Peace and love.